Subaru. Alright. Well, next segment, and I think this might be the last one, I'm not sure. We'll see how we feel. But we just got this Prezza Rally car, 99. I gotta drive it. Finally a car that I want to see. I know I just like driving the Focus, but I think we only got two options here. I think to make things interesting, let's buy both the Stage 1 and 2 Turbo, since I like this car, so let's buy them both, because I have a little bit of excess money. But not install them. We'll use stock Race 1, Turbo 1 Race 2, Turbo 2 Race 3. We're going to do Smoky Mountain 2. It's got our rally car in the thumbnail, so there we go. You know the drill. Let's hop in. So, hey, look at that. A Corolla is our component. It's what I would have used if I didn't get this car. But depending on the price card, I might not use it at all. Let's see. I'm going to leave the top speed as is and see how it goes. But let's see. Our late 90s charge. Here we go. Again, you gotta tell me these graphics look bad? No, they don't. They're absolutely gorgeous. Sky, even though it's a skybox, it's just a skybox. It's gorgeous. The colors. This is just great. The jump. Not much of a jump right now, but once we put the turbo on, who knows what's gonna happen. I have driven the Escudo with that jump, but I imagine that would also be pretty extreme. Whoa, that's a jump. Almost had a good corner. Build some speed. Controller goes wide. Pretty quiet race, all things considered. Let's get to drive this car. I think this was the only rally car in Gran Turismo 1. At least the 97-98 version. And obviously more joined its company once GT2 came out. So this is Gran Turismo Royalty we're looking at. Race 1. Done. Pretty close race overall. But we're getting our money back. Good thumbnail shot, but maybe not the one I want to see. The sub 20 hit 120 has been delayed. We'll definitely get a sub 120 on this lap. Because we got the turbo stage 1. Now we're matching what the AI does. This would be good for the thumbnail. Back on and give me a push. Pro had a better corner than I did. Oh, bad last corner. Random Wittenberg, Germany. Where is that? Is that where you're at, or is that where this track's at? The 116.5. I know we have the upgrade on, but it's a sub 120. Big yeet. Dropping into 5th gear, and then just don't touch the gears at all for the next 30 seconds. In fact, don't even touch the brakes. This whole section is flat out. Still flat, all the way up to this turn. And try to go as close as possible without touching the wall, which I just did. the setting of Smoky Mountain. There we go, no wall tap. I was gonna make sure we don't mess up the last corner. It's a little bit easy there, but let's see if it pays off. Oh yeah. 15-3. Alright. Well, immediately know I won't be improving on this lap because we messed up the first corner. You gotta like jump drift, like it's Trackmania. But speaking of Trackmania, has anybody seen the absolute chaos that is the tassing with the nose bug, as it's called? So you had the nose, or the nose boost is what it's called. Nose bug is what we all knew existed, where you could like flip your car in a certain direction. But what the testers have figured out is if you spam the directional buttons when you're nose bugging, you can nose boost, which like pretty much instantly brings your speed to 1,000 kilometers an hour. And you can do some crazy map movements, and the tasses are completely broken. The game is completely destroyed. Any record that had thought of existing is now demolished on a normal route. Even A01, which seemed like an unbreakable track, now has a nose boost route. So, yep, driving the old school Impreza. That's when he got this run. Said that in Virtual's voice. So crazy how Virtual pretty much single-handedly has brought the entire Trackmania community into existence. Alright, I'm gonna get a thumbnail shot on this race. Just on that first like part of the track. Okay, well I got my thumbnail shot, so let's keep going. Alright, Smoky Mountain. Last race, time to put this track to bed. But yeah, Trackmania, completely broken now. It's a shame Riolu was guilty all along, because it would have been crazy to see him tackle some of the tasks. But if he was really cheesing all along, then it's a shame. I looked up to him when I was younger. I thought he was the best, but it turns out a lot of his records were cheated. That's a shame, because I've seen his live streams. He's capable of doing records live, and he's done it before. But not all of them. Anyway. Using Linux, they're working. My car is the fastest it will be. We'll probably hit the top speed limiter too. And he's got to blaze through 7 laps. Still full throttle through that section. Now a lot more power delivery on these exits. Now we gotta brake and turn considerably for this turn. we get some actual airtime there. Should we yeet it on the first corner? Might as well, early in the race. Let's see how much airtime we can get, just for fun. Let's see. Ooh, jeez. Classic Gran Turismo wall ride. We even tipped there a little bit. But this game will not let you roll over. Yeah. A lot of you, if you have a PS2, you probably have this game. And if not, it's dirt cheap. I've seen it for $1 at retro game shops. 99 cents. Go pick it up. It's more expensive to have the gas to drive to a retro game shop than it is to actually buy this game. So, I feel like we went a little way too fast there, so I'm going to drop it a little bit so that we can, you know, null out our advantage we got from wall riding, because I want to genuinely get a fast lap. Alright, now that we did a bunch of wiggling, let's see if we can beat this time legitimately. Whoa. A little bit of the front lifts, that's going to kill the lap. I got in like a slew of YouTube videos there talking about how we should ban cars and how, you know, everything is so car dependent that they are a menace to society, and I don't think it's the whole picture. Obviously cars aren't great for the environment, but neither are so many things we use in our daily life. And in order to make those changes that are suggested, we gotta like radically change how we live our lives. 111, 112 too. Now let's try to get without a wall tap. There we go. 7.9 first sector. Such a short first sector. I think there's some F1 tracks where the last sector is like 1 or 2 corners. Isn't Monza Sector 1 just the first chicane? And then, there was a track that was driven not too long ago where the last sector is just 1 turn. I can't remember what it was, though. Yeah, they use the bikes more than cars. Yeah, 2018 to present, not really good for gearheads because, well, they don't... Every, like, sports car is pretty much electric or has a V6 or something that just is underpowered. 7.7 first sector. Try to not tap the wall in the middle sector. And, you know, you have the Tesla Model S Plaid, which, you know, has insane acceleration, but it's a Model S, and it's not exactly the best looking car out there. And then it brings all the smug Elon Musk stands on Twitter to, like, you know, throw a fit and show their superiority over sipping over a billionaire. I don't know. The world is weird. Speed for the jump. Alright, this lap was good. Let's see what it was. Yeah, Tesla's a cult. It's crazy how Tesla people are like, oh, we're so good for the environment and stuff. Meanwhile, you know, Elon has his billions that they all complain about. Then they say tax the rich and stuff. Meanwhile, you got Elon, who's, I think, the richest person in existence. So, just saying. Just saying. I don't mean to politicize anything or anything like that, but, you know, come on. Not everybody has to be a car enthusiast, but not everybody also has to say completely outright ban something that's so important to our daily lives. It's not like overnight our cities are going to change and our culture is going to change or crime's going to stop stuff, you know. The world has so many atrocities that happen. It's really difficult to address all of them, let alone one at a time even. So, you know what I do? I play video games because, well, it lets me forget about what's going on. And I do my part, I do what I can. You know, I carpool when I can. I don't dump. I throw away my trash in the proper places. Whoa. That's 7.9 for a sector though. I don't think we'll get a 110.8 out of it, but that was pretty cool. Yeah, possession of an ICE car is going to be outlawed at this rate, right? I mean, what they're probably going to do is they're just going to make gas ultra expensive. They're going to raise gas to a price where it's not worth driving a gas car. But then they're going to start charging for electricity, aren't they? It's been surprisingly quiet about charging, but someone's going to charge for it. Get it? Pun. Charge. Someone's going to charge you to charge your car. And then it's going to basically replace gas prices. Right? I don't know. One day I want to own a Ferrari F355, and I know the second I purchase it, it's going to become unusable or illegal or something in some way that lets me not get the full experience out of it. Because that's just how life works, doesn't it? Anyway, we did race 3. We put Smokey to bed. We had our thumbnail shot. I'm gonna leave it as is, even though that lip moment was cool. Price car time. Hey, we already have this car. Boo. So that means we won't get an Evo 7 until it's too late. Oops. Anyway, I guess we can look at our new car, even though we've already driven this before. And then that puts us at 60.3%, which is the end of the segment.